Starting, okay. Can you see me okay, or not yet? No, not yet.
Not yet. It's loading. Okay, I can see now.
Cool. All right. So we'll give it another minute here. Okay, and all right. There's always something to learn, always something new to learn, and here in Rogue Kitchen, we learn by playing with our food. It's Rogue Kitchen Live. Hello, everybody, and thanks again for joining us this week. We have a little bit of a different setup this week. Mr. Webb is gone, so I've got my oldest daughter, Ella, kind of helping us out here, and we have our wonderful Mackenzie on the other end over here, catching comments.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, so if you do have comments, please send them over, and Mackenzie will catch them and relay them to me, and we'll take care of the comments. All right. So this week, and today actually, is National Hot Dog Day. All right. We love celebrating foods here in America, and today is no exception. So for our celebration of hot dogs today, we have two different recipes here that we're going to do. One is kind of a mix of two different hot dogs. We have kind of a mix of a Sonoran dog. Jimmy Webb mentioned that last week, and I had to try it. To be honest, I've never had a Sonoran dog, so we're going to go through that, and then we're going to kind of incorporate a chili cheese dog as well. So we're going to do a quick green chili, which I'm peeling the peppers for now. And we're going to put that chili on top. And then, remember last week when we did the 3-ingredient cheese sauce? Well, this week I made a little extra, and we're going to use that same cheese sauce. Only I used a white cheese this time. And we are going to top off our hot dog with that 3-ingredient cheese sauce. All right, and then while we're cooking the chili for our chili cheese Sonoran dog, all right, then we are going to make a chicken parmesan type of hot dog. Okay, or there won't be any chicken in it, of course, but we'll basically we'll syrup some hot dogs in a saute pan. We'll put some marinara sauce on there, put some mozzarella cheese over the Parmesan cheese, and we'll roast those in the oven until the cheese is nice and bubbly. All right, and we'll go from there. While we're going through today, you'll see some interesting factoids that Mackenzie will put up every couple of minutes, and she'll put up some hot dog factoids in there. Okay, but kind of want to start off with one. Of course, you know, when we think of hot dogs, we would definitely think of outdoor cooking. We think of baseball games, right, or sporting events. Interesting fact, though, on the competitive eating side of hot dogs. That's crazy, right? There's competitive eating with a lot of different things, but one in particular. There's a gentleman by the name of Joey Chestnut, who holds the current world record for eating the most hot dogs in 10 minutes. I'll give you a minute or two to kind of think about that, figure out how many hot dogs he ate in 10 minutes. It's a crazy amount. And so there's the Mr. Chestnut there in the men's side, and then a young lady by the name of Sonia the Black Widow Thomas, who holds the record. Okay, so see if you can, without looking it up, we'll give you about 30 seconds here. All right, while we're doing that, so what I've done here with our peppers for our Sonoran dog, here, let me jump over to this here, is I've put them over an open flame and roasted them so they were nice and charred. You can see the skin, how it's charred like that. Roasted them till they're nice and charred, and then I put them into a plastic Ziploc bag to let them steam. And now I'm just peeling those chilies or those peppers, and that peel comes right off. And what I do it in water here, so then I can take the seeds and I can rinse all the seeds out. All right, and it makes peeling quite easy there. All right, so got one more here, and then I did that with our one jalapeno as well. Okay, so that will go into our green chili over there. So, but anyway, so Mr. Chestnut, Joey Chestnut, the hot dog world eating champion, all right, consumed 74 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Crazy. That is almost 7 hot dogs, a little more than 7 hot dogs a minute, and almost 1 hot dog every 8 seconds. I think my math is right. So that's a crazy amount of hot dogs. And Sonia Thomas consumed 40 hot dogs in 10 minutes. And she has other mini world records for eating foods too. So kind of crazy there. But you know, you have to wonder, well, how did hot dogs come up? And I apologize to Mackenzie there. She's got this in her factoids, but I don't think she has this one. But you know, when we have to think, when was the when were hot dogs introduced into American culture? And you know, legend has it, and there are several legend stories out there, but legend has it that 2 Austro-Hungarian brothers introduced them into the American culture in 1863 at the Chicago World's Fair. They thought, you know, they invented them over in Europe, and then brought them over, and try to keep it up on me, that's fine. Brought them over and started selling them at the World's Fair. The other legend is that a German gentleman by the name of, I think it's Johann, I can't pronounce it, I don't remember how to pronounce his last name, but anyway, a German gentleman who invented them in the 1600s. So either way, hot dogs probably came about as a method of preserving foods at some point in human history. So that's kind of interesting there. But we definitely love hot dogs, and you know, we like to top our hot dogs with all kinds of stuff, whether it's ketchup or mustard and relish, and even mayonnaise, and you know, chili and cheese and whatnot. So definitely have a lot of variations of hot dogs and toppings we can add to hot dogs. So, all right, Elle, if you want to come on over here. So what I've done is I've already cooked off some bacon here, okay, for our chili. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump that bacon in there along with some of that bacon fat. Okay, we'll let that get nice and warm. And I'm going to go ahead and dump in our onions here. Okay, we'll just give those a stir and let that heat up there. Okay, and then we'll add in some chilies here in a bit. Keep on there. I'm actually going to grab a garlic clove or 2 here, if I can find them. We'll add some garlic to this as well. There they are. All right. So we'll add some garlic here to our chili as well. So you can see the size of pot that I have over there. It isn't really that big, so for this quick green chili, it's you know, we don't really need a large pot for it. This is definitely something that, you know, green chili is typically cooked for a long period of time. You know, usually we braise a piece of pork or a piece of beef in it or something like that, and when we cook it, and then we shred up that pork, and then that pork becomes part of that chili. And today we're going to use bacon in there, and of course we're going to have a bacon wrapped hot dog as well. So of course we have more bacon, right? We always love that bacon. So all right, so we'll give that a nice little stir, kind of sweat our onions a little bit. And what I mean by sweat is we're just We don't really want to brown them. Just want to soften them up a tad there. And okay. All right. So now I'm going to add just a few tomatoes. I believe the recipe we posted doesn't have the tomatoes in there, but I'm going to add just a few here. You can leave the tomatoes out if you'd like when doing this particular recipe. All right, we're going to get the juices of those tomatoes flowing. Okay. You can see back here I've got my marinara sauce here for our hot dog parmesan later that we're going to do. So that'll be fun. Okay. So I've just chunked up these peppers here like this, just kind of rough diced them a little bit. All right, so we're going to add those into our pot as well. So it gives us the green of our green chili. We love our green chili here in Colorado. All right. Everybody has their own version of green chili, and so this is just a quick green chili we can do on top of our hot dog. You know, we could always do a lengthier green chili, you know, and have that pork in there, and you know, then when the pork is done, we can pull it, and so we have nice little pieces of shredded pork, and we put that on top of our hot dog. Oh man, I bet that would be delicious. Okay, so now we've got our chilies in there. I'm gonna grab our chicken stock here. We'll measure out 2 cups here of this. Okay. So we'll dump this in. We'll bring it up to a boil. All right, there we go. So there's our 2 cups of chicken stock there. All right, Mackenzie, we still doing good over there?
Yep, doing great. A couple people we should probably say hi to in the comments. Kathy Rice is here.
All right.
Diane Linhart is here. Cindy Klein is here. And Carol Krug
It
is
only
here.
shows Nona and
Oh,
Aunt
very
Diane.
good.
On
So-
here, we only see Nona and Aunt Diane.
Very good. All right. So we're going to bring that up to a boil here. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get my saute pan hot. And I'm going to sear up our hot dogs for our Parmesan. Okay? So, Mackenzie, what kind of interesting factoid are you putting in the chat here today?
So I just posted one, and it's
Okay.
a pretty interesting fact, I think.
Okay.
Between Memorial Day and Labor Day, Americans consume about 7 billion hot dogs.
7 billion hot dogs. That is crazy. Does it by chance give like if you stacked them end to end or laid them down end to end, how far that would go or anything like that?
I haven't done anything yet, but I'm just doing some quick math. I would assume it would cover at least the Earth twice.
Wow, that's crazy. That is,
Also, the German creator of hot dogs, his last name is Jorgen Henner. That's how you say it.
Jorgen Henner. Okay, well, I think that's the gentleman that created hot dogs back in the 1600s there. Okay, so let's see, where is I had a glass container out to put these in. Oh, I'll have to grab another one here. Okay. Give me 1 second here. A little bit of a lull here. Lost my container. Well, we'll move on. Okay.
Is it right there?
Nope. That's okay. We can use this one. Okay, Ella, so once you keep on that pan there. All right, we're gonna drop in some hot dogs here into our saute pan. Now I'm not gonna put any oil in here because our hot dogs already have a little bit of fat in them, so we're just gonna let that fat from the hot dogs sear themselves, if you will. And this will be for our Parmesan hot dogs, okay? So we're just gonna roll those around a little bit, and our chili's coming up to a nice little boil here. All right. So I think we can talk about wrapping our Sonoran dogs here. Can't wait to try these. These are going to be great. They're very, very good.
Here, bring the camera.
Should be kind of fun. All right. So you can see we're starting to get some nice searing here on our hot dogs. Okay, we want to you know, when we put even though we're going to put these hot dogs in the oven to bake for our Parmesan, we still want a nice little sear on them. We want a little bit of a crispy exterior, but we definitely want them hot going into the oven. All right, so we're just going to kind of let those sit for a second here. Okay, and in the meantime, Ella, if you want to come around over here again. Okay, so wrapping our hot dogs. All right, we kind of want to do it like in a spiral shape. Okay, so when we do that, and these pieces of bacon are fairly large here, but that's okay. We kind of start off at an angle like so, right, and we just kind of wrap it around our hot dog like so. We put them. We kind of want a little bit tighter than that, and we want to put that wrapped end down onto the sheet pan like so that way it doesn't come out or anything. Okay, and we stay nice and wrapped. So then we just go through and we wrap all of these. All right, like that. Just kind of wrap these guys up here. Set this over here. And sometimes, you know, if your bacon's really thick, it might be a good idea to kind of pre-cook the bacon a little bit, but I think we're okay here with this. All right, we're gonna wrap these guys up here. We got 2 more.
1 more.
All right. Okay, these guys are kind of big here, but should be all right with that.
You could
All
fit
right.
like another one
So
right
we've
there.
We got too many chefs in the kitchen today, ladies and gentlemen. We got my 9-year-old here, or my 12-year-old, excuse me, telling me we got more space right here. Okay, so we're gonna pop these guys in the oven now. All right, and I've got the oven set at 400 degrees on a roast here, so we'll see how those go. Okay. So now, Ellie, you want to come back over here? So now we've got our hot dogs. See, we've got some nice little roasting going on here. All right. We got some nice browning going on.
Is there like a zoom in?
Okay, so now we can see here, we've got our chili up to a boil here. All right, so now we're just going to turn that down. And we just want to simmer it until all of our vegetables are nice and tender. Okay, and then I'll show you one of my favorite kitchen tools. I think every week I talk about one of my favorite kitchen tools, but I think maybe all my tools are my favorite. I don't know, but I've got an immersion blender that I'll talk about, and we'll take a look at that. So, okay, so now while we're going on that, Mackenzie, have you got any comments over there, or we got any more factoids you want to talk about?
Yeah, another factoid I thought was pretty interesting. In 2012, a San Francisco-based hot dog company called Zog's Dogs actually sent a hot dog to space, and it survived.
Wow, that's crazy. You know, I read a factoid about the astronauts on Apollo in the 1960s didn't like their freeze-dried food. They requested hot dogs, and they got them. So I have to wonder, like, how they cooked them up in the, you know, up in space. How do they cook those up in space? So, that's interesting. But so this Zog's dog, did they released it out into space?
Yep, they tied it to a balloon. I'm looking at the article right now. They basically just put a GPS tracker on it and launched a balloon and just let it go into space, and it worked.
Ah.
Just a regular hot dog and bun, no condiments, no nothing, but
Really?
it survived.
Interesting. Is it still up there, you think, or?
I don't think so. I haven't read anything saying it's not, so
Huh.
I would assume so.
Wonder if it's frozen solid.
Wait, until it gets close to the sun, then it'll be cooked. Maybe that's how the people on the Apollo cooked it too.
Oh, yeah. It could be. I'm not sure how all that stuff up in space works. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm kind of separating. I'm using brioche buns, which is actually a hot dog faux pas. Using fancy buns is not something you want to do, I guess, with hot dogs, but we're doing it today. So I've got some brioche buns here, and we're gonna put our hot dogs in the brioche bun. And I thought maybe a pretzel dog would be good, but I don't know. I think brioche should be good. I want to do something different other than just a regular bun, but you could definitely do regular buns. Not that there's anything wrong with regular hot dog buns, you know, but do something different there. All right, so now we'll take our hot dogs here. And we'll put these guys in each one of our buns. And these things are cut pretty cool because they have this little cut right on top here. So it's not like a typical hot dog bun, but the hot dogs go the whole length of the bun. Man, isn't that a little frustrating when you're eating a hot dog and it's not as long as the bun, you know, and stuff. But so we'll leave those 4 there, and we'll save our other 4 buns for our chili dogs there. But you know, I was just trying to think. I can't remember last time it was that I had a hot dog. And here I've got let me jump into this really quick. So I've got some pre-sliced mozzarella cheese. You could use shredded if you like. I like the creaminess of the pre-sliced here. I'm just kind of smashing them down a little bit. Make them a little bit flatter here. All right. Actually, you know what I need to do first, Ella?
What?
I should probably spoon some sauce on top of here, huh?
Most likely.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got some homemade tomato sauce here. We're just going to spoon this right on top.
That looks yummy already.
Okay, we'll get that all down inside of there.
I can't wait to try these.
Yeah, this is going to be good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we'll spoon that right on there. Okay, so we'll turn that heat off. All right, hopefully our bacon dogs are doing good. Okay, we'll just put our cheese right on top of here, like so. But anyway, last time I had a hot dog, I was trying to think about that. When was the last time I ate a hot dog? It's probably the last time I went golfing, you know, and like, there's nothing better than making the turn at the 10th hole or at the 10th tee box and stopping for a hot dog and a nice cold beer, you know. But, well, maybe sinking an 8-foot birdie putt on an upslope, you know, on an uphill sloped par 5 would be great. But I know for sure that I'll be enjoying a beer and a hot dog. That's for sure. So that's for certain. But the 8-foot birdie, maybe not so. So anyway, that's probably the last time I had a hot dog and without playing golf. But of course, we did have bratwurst a few weeks ago, and it's a very similar thing there. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop these guys into the oven now. All right. Whoop, I'm gonna have to do some moving around here. Our bacon dogs are cooking along. We're doing pretty good on those guys. Okay. Typically, snoring dogs, you fry up the bacon on there, but cooking them here today like this. Okay, so all right, I've topped off some mozzarella cheese on there. Okay, and you want to stand over here? Thank you. All right, and so to our snoring dogs here, we're getting ready to blend up our green chili. Let me get rid of those guys. All right, we've got some cheese sauce here that we made. All right, we'll get that nice and hot here in a little bit. I can probably microwave this, but this is, again, it's just that it's just that 3-ingredient cheese sauce there with the, that's got some milk, some sodium citrate, and a white cheddar. So that's kind of fun, you know. So we'll heat up that sauce, and when we go to do our snoring dogs, we'll put it on top of there. All right, and then we'll top it off with a little bit of cilantro, okay, And you know, typically a snoring dog, from what I understand, has like a borracho bean, okay, like spiced beans, or I've made borracho beans before it had beer in it, all right, or beer in them, so they're pretty good. But because I'm doing this green chili on there, right, I wanted to leave off those beans, okay, so.
Can you hand me a cup?
So we're going to
A cup.
do that, go that route, okay? So, all right, Ella, you want to come back over here? All right, so this is one of my favorite kitchen tools here, and this is my immersion blender. Comes in 2 pieces here. We just plug it in, and instead of getting out a blender and trying to pour this into a blender, okay, we are we just have this immersion or stick blender, okay, and that just goes right into the pot. All right, so we just kind of blend this up a little bit, and all that chilies, all of those chilies and stuff in there, that's going to make everything nice and thick for us. All right, we can let this reduce a little bit here as we go, but all right, Mackenzie, what other factoids do we have?
Maybe we'll pull what we can put out for the audience. So according to the internet, mustard is actually the most popular hot dog topping. I want to know what everyone watching, what's your favorite hot dog topping? Because I know for me, mustard is the number one.
Oh, good one. Yeah, definitely. You know, a lot of people have their favorites, you know, just their go-to ketchup and mustard, maybe a relish. But yeah, for those of you who are watching, you know, what's your favorite topping there? That's a good one. That's a good one. Ella, what do you like on your hot dog?
I like relish, ketchup, and that's it, really.
That's it. And do you like a sweet relish or like a pickle relish? Like more.
Both. I like both.
You like both. She likes both, ladies and gentlemen. Likes both of her relishes. Okay, Mackenzie, how about you? What do you like on your hot dog?
I'd have to say chili and cheese. Just
Chili
real
and
simple.
cheese. All right, very good.
Open up a can of chili and pour it on the hot dog. It's perfect weeknight little snack.
You bet. No, that's easy. You know, just put it right in there. And yeah, I think I just like the typical ketchup and mustard. Maybe a little bit of relish on there. Definitely hot sauce. Got to go with some Frank's Red Hot or Texas Pete hot sauce. Those are always good.
I haven't heard that one before. That sounds good though.
Yeah, you know, I know a lot of people put like mayonnaise on their hot dog, and
I do too.
you know,
Sometimes.
sometimes you put mayonnaise on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you that QP mayo we used a couple of weeks ago would be really good
So true.
on a hot dog.
Kathy Rice says that her favorite toppings are sauerkraut and mustard.
Sauerkraut and mustard. That's definitely the German heritage there. Kathy's my mom, so yeah. All right, those are coming along nicely. Okay. All right. Who else do we have? No, Carol Krugman's still watching. Carol, what's your favorite?
She said her favorite is to use a plain or buttered bun and then a mayo mustard combo. Or
Ooh.
honey mustard is also really good.
Ooh, a mayo mustard combo. That does sound delicious.
We'll have to try that.
That sounds great. You know, I've seen a lot of times in, you know, with the plain buttered bun, you know, you just sear a hot dog on a flat top with the bun, and you kind of just cook the two together. So, all right, so now I'm just kind of letting this chili reduce a little bit. We can see we've got some chunks in there. We can see some bacon pieces in there. Oh, this is going to be really good. This is going to be kind of a messy hot dog. But Mackenzie, did you read anything about like there's an actual proper way to eat a hot dog?
Yeah, actually, I read a fun fact about that. You're actually supposed to tilt your head to the left about 45 degrees and then eat it that way. That was all I found, but...
Tilt your head to the left 45 degrees. Huh. That is interesting. Yeah, I read that along with that eating a hot dog with utensils is considered a little pretentious. So that's kind of
I believe that. Yeah.
that's kind of interesting.
A finger food.
Yeah, you know, hot dogs are one of those things. You know, it's like they're like street tacos, or you know, something you get from a street cart, you know, or from a food truck or something. You know, you eat it with your hands. I mean, not everything comes from food trucks you can eat with your hands, but you know, there are a lot of different foods like that that you can eat with your hands here. So, all right, I'm gonna grab some salt and pepper here.
Dad,
Throw
this looks
this in.
super creamy. Like,
Yeah, so Ella says this chili looks creamy, and that's because of the vegetables that are in there and the way that it's reducing. And we've got the fat content from the bacon as well, and that's helping it give a little bit of that creamy color to it there. So, all right. And of course, we have those tomatoes in there and the brown bits from the bacon, so it's kind of turned a little bit more of a brownish green color. But all right, let's give this thing a taste and see where we're at here with it. And yeah, we got some good consistency too. That'll be really good on top of a hot dog. Oh, yum, man. Just need
what
to
would
put
you
a little
rate
bit
this?
A little bit of salt in there. What would I rate it?
Yeah, how would you have people rate this if they made it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's not quite. Maybe out of 10, maybe a 7. But I mean, still pretty delicious there. But still pretty good. But Mackenzie, when was the last time you had a hot dog?
I was just thinking about that earlier too. When you mentioned that, I think it's been a few years, honestly. Probably the last time I went to a Rockies game, which was maybe 2 years ago.
Okay, and what?
Had a Rockies dog there.
Ooh,
Another
Rockies
thing, you
dog.
really have to eat Rockies dogs with your hands, so that's a
Yeah.
must.
Yeah, Rocky's dog. Those are some big hot dogs. You know, at least everything that goes on them. You got the peppers and the onions on there.
How big are
And,
they?
I think they're a little bit bigger than these Nathans that I use here, and but again, it's just because they have the peppers and onions in there. Kind of make for kind of a messy hot dog there, but you know what? That's kind of part of sometimes eating a hot dog, you know? Okay.
Definitely fills you up too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Then you have a beer on top of that? Oof. All right.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah, I
sort of.
always go early to try to get the autographs from the players.
Yeah.
So I'm already sitting out there for an hour and a half, and then I go and get my dog, and then I get to my seat.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm set for the game.
Yeah. All right. So our Parmesan is almost done. Our bacon is cooking. You can cook it crispy if you'd like. And so we'll see how those turn out. We might have to rewrap them here just for a little bit, but other than that, so I want to put out there that next week we will be over here. Next week we're going to be getting into some seasonal berries, maybe some seasonal vegetables. You know, we've got a berry crisp or a cherry crisp that I haven't done yet, which is again one of my favorite desserts. And then we'll get into maybe we'll look at some cherry pancakes or something like that, and maybe like maybe look at some citrus stuff and like a lemon poppy seed cake or something. I don't know. We'll but next week is seasonal fruits. So and again, maybe some vegetables too. We've got some great some great green tomatoes outside in the garden. So maybe we'll look at doing some fried green tomatoes or something. Those are always fun. So, all right, I'm gonna grab a cutting board here. Excuse me, Ella. And okay, and then I'm going to slice up some cilantro here.
The screen's
All right, so this is, you've all seen me do this before with some cilantro. I just kind of take it and take the bunch and I roll it up like so. And then and just kind of keep it tucked down like so. And just shred up our cilantro a little bit here like this. Very good. Okay, we'll set that aside there. Cut up this last little leaf here. All right, so now I think our chili is done.
Kelly, you gotta move.
So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this guy off,
God,
and then we'll season this up. Ellie, you wanna come over here? All right, so I'm just gonna kind of season this guy up a little bit. So I added some salt and pepper a couple minutes ago here. So, all right, and then we'll give this little chili a taste here.
Now, do people have to make this the exact same way, or can they mix up the recipe?
No, I mean if they have a favorite green chili recipe they want to use, or use like a Stokes green chili or something like that, you could definitely do that. There we go. All right, so our chili's done. So now we'll take a look at our Parmesan here. Pull it out. Ooh, doesn't that look good? Here, let me set this down on the counter here. We got some beautifully melted Parmesan there. Chicken Parmesan. We got some plates here. All right. And carefully. That's hot.
It looks
Forgot.
incredible.
Okay, we'll kind of.
They're sticking to it.
Need a spatula here. So we'll grab a little spatula here. Excuse me. Whew. Tickling my throat. Set those down on the plate. All right.
That one kind of failed a little.
No, just kind of.
Just kind of went to the
Look
side.
at that cheese in this.
That's a lot of cheese.
Look at that. This might be one that you have to eat with a fork.
Ooh,
Oh man, that's cool, huh?
cheesy.
Let me get all that cheese in there. Okay.
You could put one on top.
No, I'll put one on top. It'll stick to each other there. Well, maybe it'll fall apart. Oh yeah, man. And we could top this with some fresh chopped parsley or basil. Actually, we just harvested some oregano. Keep on that. So I'm gonna pull out some oregano here that we harvested and dried from our garden. It's always fun. It's what I love about being able to do that with herbs and stuff. And we'll kind of crumple this stuff up and put that right on top like so. So we got some fresh dried oregano on top here, and then I'll grab some light olive oil here and we'll just drizzle some olive oil. And then what would probably even be really good here on these guys is if we took, you can get a balsamic glaze, and we can take our balsamic glaze here. We can, I'm gonna open that a little bit. We'll drizzle some balsamic glaze on here, like that.
That looks really good.
Whew.
It's absolutely incredible.
Whoop. Okay, and there is our hot dog Parmesan with tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, hot dogs, a little bit of olive oil, some fresh dried oregano, and balsamic glaze there, and a brioche bun. Man, can't wait to dig into those. I'm gonna set these guys over here. All right, so let's check out our Sonoran dogs here, and we'll finish those guys up. So now, pull out another plate here. Whoop. All right. Pull these guys out. Ooh. So our hot dogs are nice and brown. Our bacon is cooked, but it could be a little bit crispier, I think. But we'll go with that there. Like I said, typically I think a Sonoran dog is supposed to be deep fried, but that's okay.
Do you think
we can roast one up here? So I'm going to cut these buns apart again. And again, I'll be using the same type of bun here for these guys. All right. But let's see if we come over here, maybe. There we go. Set our buns down here. Mackenzie, what other factoids do we have? We have a couple more we can share.
We do, yeah. So,
Awesome.
according to the National Hot Dog Council, first of all, there's a council. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's saying that according to their official etiquette guide, people should stop putting ketchup on their hot dogs after their 18th birthday.
Yeah, I read that like only mustard or something like that should go on there, right?
Yeah, it says mustard and relish are okay, but ketchup is a no-go.
Ketchup is a no-go, and that's
Why?
Ella asks why. I don't know.
I asked the question too. I love ketchup on my hot dog.
Yeah, no, ketchup on a hot dog is great. Okay, so all right, so now we've got our bacon wrapped hot dogs here. Go inside of our bun. All right.
Smells good.
Yeah, these are going to be really good, I think. So kind of tuck that guy down in there. One last bun here. Pick our best hot dog here. Oh man, there we go. Okay, and then let's grab another spoon here. Let's see if we can make this one look a little prettier here, huh? So we don't. Oh, you know what? And this brioche is a little soak, or bacon grease is soaked down inside of that brioche a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna take our quick green chili sauce here that we made. We'll just put that right on top. Oh man, it's like so. Man, a green chili Sonoran dog. Wow, this is gonna be good, I think. A little bit more here on that guy. A little bit more. Okay, and then now we'll take our little cheese sauce here. Oh man, nice creamy cheese sauce we've got here. Okay. We'll just kind of drizzle that cheese sauce right on top here. Like so.
This kind of reminds me of the cheese sauce you made the other day, last night.
Yeah, we made a little bit of cheese sauce.
Is that from last night? Or is this a different cheese sauce?
Yep. Okay, and then we'll take this. And then we'll take our cilantro. Ellie, you want to come back over here? We'll take our cilantro. Excuse me, please, sweetie. Okay, and then we'll sprinkle some of our cilantro on top here. All right. And if you wanted, you could put some sour cream on top of these. Okay. Or we can just leave it as is. All right. So now we have our green chili Sonoran dog. And we have our hot dog Parmesan here. Right like so. Okay. And those are our 2 hot dogs for National Hot Dog Today that we in Road Kitchen wanted to share with you all. All right. So I hope you enjoyed today's. Mackenzie, before we go, do we have any more factoids or any other comments we want to read off? Or
It looks like Carol Krugman agrees that with the National Hot Dog Council that ketchup on a hot dog is gross. So
okay.
we have one person
who agrees with that, yeah. And Mackenzie, I think we were talking earlier, and I don't remember if you put this out there or not, but what is the #1 condiment that goes on a hot dog? Or that
It is mustard.
it is mustard. Is that just like a yellow mustard or any kind of mustard, or
It says just plain yellow mustard.
just plain yellow mustard? Okay, very good, very good. Well, there you have it. Ketchup shouldn't go on a hot dog, but mustard definitely should. And again, we can put all kinds of things on hot dogs. And I was just thinking when I mentioned the QP mayonnaise earlier that we could maybe do like a kimchi dog or something like that, or fried chilies. Last week when we did the mac and cheese, we had some fried chilies with in oil with peanuts. We mix that in with our mac and cheese, so that might be a good combo as well. But I don't know. I guess we'll just have to try that and taste it. But well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for joining us this week here in Rogue Kitchen. Next week, be sure to tune in. Tell your friends. We're going to be doing some seasonal fruits, maybe some seasonal vegetables as well. We'll cook up a few other things for you next week. But until then, thank you all very much. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe.
Bye,
See ya.
everyone.